control statements. Loop control statements change execution from its normal sequence. Break. The break statement terminates execution of for or while loop. Statements in the loop that appear after the break statement are not executed. In nested loops, break exits only from the loop in which it occurs. Control passes to the statement following the end of that loop. Syntax is break. Example: the initial value of A is 1. The value of A is incremented after each iteration through loop. Now when the value of A becomes 6, the expression of if block gets true and the statement is displayed. Break statement is executed and the while loop gets terminated, which can be seen as the statement after the break statement is not displayed, and also the value of A remains 6. Continue. The continue statement is used for passing control to next iteration of for or while loop. It forces the next iteration to take place without executing the code in between. Syntax is continue. Example: the value of A is 1. When the value of A is 3, the control goes into if block. There the value of A is incremented by 1 and the statement is displayed. Now continue statement is encountered and we can see from the output that the statements after the continue statements are not executed. That is, the value of A is also not incremented and the statement is also not displayed. Thus, the control is passed to the next loop iteration and the between steps are not executed. End. It is used to terminate a block of code or indicate last array index. End is used to terminate looping construct like for, while, branching constructs like if, switch. End also serves to delimit the scope. End also marks the termination of a function, although in many cases it is optional. If your function contains one or more nested functions, then you must terminate every function in the file, whether nested or not, with end. Syntax is end. Return. It forces MATLAB to return control to the invoking function before it reaches the end of the function. The invoking function is the function that calls the script or function containing the call to return. Syntax is return. Example: we have made a script file named square.m having code as shown. As we can see in command window, we have called the function square and passed the value 5 to the function. Now we get the output 25. That is, the statement sq is equal to x into x is executed and returned, but the statements after the return are not executed, as return passes the control to the invoking function. Hence, once the return statement is encountered, the steps after it will not be executed. For more tutorials on MATLAB, visit matlabhelper.com.